All right, and this video is for the people like myself who have that nerdy side, who love comic books, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, anime, DC Comics, and the list goes on. And this video is actually something I've wanted to do for quite some time, but obviously, if you look at the name or title of this channel, it's called the Haves and Have-Nots Review, so most everything Tyler Perry takes priority over everything else. But since the show is on a brief break from July 17th to August 14th, this allows me time to talk about various topics that I've wanted to discuss on the channel for quite some time. But as I said before, the Haves and the Have-Nots has been so damn good the past few weeks that each episode has led to several theory discussions, live streams, so a lot of stuff got placed on the back burner. But now I'm able to talk about entertainment, music, news, maybe politics here and there, we'll see. But overall, this video is about, I think it's appropriate to record this video now, considering that Comic-Con is in full effect in San Diego, and being, 26, a YouTuber and whatnot, I've come to the realization that if I were ever to go to one of those places, I would have to either be a major YouTuber where I can host a panel, be on one of those TV shows, I'm on a panel myself. Same thing with Disney World. I've never been there personally, but maybe if I become a celebrity or something like that, or my channel blows up, I'll get a free trip, who knows. But really, this video, I wouldn't say, it really depends on how you feel about it in regards to, do you think this is serious? Do you think it's a good thing? Do you think it's a bad thing? Do you think it's necessary? Recently, I would say about maybe 3 weeks or so, I know that the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or I guess you could say the directors of the Marvel films, really, or I guess you could say, because Marvel's with Disney now, and they mentioned this in a meeting, and this was on a few articles and videos I saw, that they're really trying to incorporate more characters in their movies from the, I looked this up to make sure I didn't mess up, LGBT or LGBTQ community. And you know, being the internet, you look in the comment sections and you can see either the best or worst of people. Now, personally speaking, I don't really mind it as long as it's accurate, because, well, comic books is kind of like Black Panther. You know, when Black Panther came out in February, or even when it was announced and the trailers came out and who was going to play in the film, there are white people online criticizing the film already because of the lack of white cast members, when if you actually picked up a Black Panther comic book, you'd see that, well, surprisingly enough, most of the characters are, well, black. So there you go. That's just like when The Wiz was on, what was it, The Wiz Live? I believe Stephanie Mills was in it. Neo was in it, amongst other people. And on Twitter, a lot of people, predominantly white, were complaining that, man, The Wiz is racist because there's no white people in it, because, well, The Wizard of Oz is the quote-unquote white version. The Wiz was a black remake with Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, and this Wiz Live was just a extension of that, because if I'm not mistaken, The Wiz actually started off as a Broadway production. So when I think about, the community of the LGBT, I don't really feel like it's being, well, some people feel it's shoehorned in. Some cases it is, because there are other various TV shows. Well, I guess Supergirl is the best example, because that is one comic book show where they whenever they put an issue, like a big, I guess you could say, a hot topic point of discussion, like, for example, there'll be an episode about police brutality or racial profiling, an episode about something political, something about racism, something about social classes. But really short ran here, season 2 of Supergirl is probably my least favorite. It was a step up from season 1, but as the season went on, it seemed to get worse and worse, in my opinion. And I think, that was the season where Alex admitted that she was gay and was dating, what was it, Maggie? She was on the police force. To me, it wasn't about the whole Alex is gay, man, this is just ridiculous. It was just like, it was a major twist for her character, because if you look at season 1 of Supergirl, and even the opening episodes, I believe it was a 2-parter with Superman, which really had my hopes. I'm like, wow, season 2 is going to be awesome. But then as the season went on, it felt like they were really pushing the Maggie Alex thing. And I just don't like it when that kind of stuff is shoved in my face. What I mean by shoved in my face is that I don't like watching TVs and movies where an agenda is being forcibly pushed. Like, if it flows naturally with the story, 2 thumbs up, I'm all for it. It's all good, because if it's a good story, sometimes it's not really about what you're seeing. It's about if it's telling a compelling story with good characters, development and whatnot, then, you know, that's okay. And I can understand that, because I mean, despite being, you know, a straight heterosexual that loves women, you know, because I'm a guy that loves women, I can understand that the LGBT community wants representation. On top of that, I am African American, so Black Panther really was a movie that spoke to me, you know, and I'm guessing that it wouldn't be surprising if they actually had a superhero movie about a gay character. But the thing is, if the movie itself is about a character who's actually gay in the comics, then there's really nothing to complain about, because if anything, you should be praising the movie for being comic book accurate. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say in this video. I mean, hey, representation, you know, hey, I mean, it's all, as long as it's accurate, then it's all good. But it wouldn't surprise me if, you know, they create new characters or different, you know, like, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they have like a Justice League in China or something like that. I believe it was a recent comic book run with DC where they have like an Asian Superman, Asian speedster and stuff like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if there are more gay comic book characters created for the stories. And from there, you know, they'll probably have movies, TV shows. I believe Batwoman is confirmed to have a upcoming CW series, and guess what? She's actually a what was she? She was in the army, kicked out for being gay, I believe, at one point. It depends on what run you're reading, but you know, that's going to be a show in itself. Rumor has it, and again, a rumor, Supergirl is supposed to be introducing a transgender character in season 4. I believe I read that. No, actually I saw it on another YouTuber's channel right after season 3 came to an end. But overall, you know, my thing is, as long as it's comic book accurate, then I don't really care, because, well, it's true to the story. But I just don't want it plastered everywhere where it's like, oh, we're going to add 3. It's kind of like, you know, being black, you know, you think about things like affirmative action. And it's like, oh, we got to have a quota on how many black characters we have in a movie, or, you know, this and that. And probably I feel like the gay community would feel the same way about their characters being represented. So it really depends on how you feel about it. For me, if it's comic book accurate, good story, then I really don't care. But like I said before, in TV shows and movies, I don't like when agendas are being pushed and it just ruins the story, because a story could be good, but it's like, hey, this is John, he's gay. Like, it ain't mentioned on like every 5 minutes. Do you see what I mean here? It's really about good storytelling. So that's just my thoughts on it. I mean, hey, whatever happens, happens. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about the diversity they're adding to upcoming Marvel films, and DC is likely to follow in their own series on TV. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you all soon.